Welcome back. Today, I want to take you into a story not just from history, but from the human spirit itself. A story that reaches across time and whispers a truth we often forget. Kyoto, Japan. A young samurai named Tishi collapsed during training, not because his body had reached its limit, but because something inside him had, his spirit. His master, Yamamoto Sensei, looked down and said words that would haunt him for years. You are not tired because your muscles gave up. You are tired because your soul is carrying a weight that effort alone cannot move. Tishi did not understand. He trained harder than anyone. He slept less, practiced longer, pushed himself deeper into exhaustion. Yet every morning he woke up empty, like a cup without water. Meanwhile, across Japan, another man lived like a myth, Miyamoto Musashi, the undefeated swordsman, warrior, poet, philosopher. More than 60 duels, many to the death, and never a single loss. He trained endlessly, meditated, painted, carved, wrote, fought, traveled, survived, and yet he never burned out. He never collapsed the way Tishi did. How? That question would change Tishi's life forever. Because exhaustion does not come from what we do. It comes from why we do it. Energy is not created by force. It is unlocked by alignment. The question is never how do I rest more? The real question is, am I moving forward or am I just running in circles? Osaka. The year is 164. Only 6 months into his training, Tishi, young, hungry, talented, began feeling a heaviness he could not escape. Not physical fatigue, but something much darker. He trained tired. He woke tired. He slept tired. No rest restored him. One day, after losing a sparring match to someone half as skilled, Yamamoto approached him quietly and said, "Walk with me." In the fading light of evening, under a sky painted gold and red, the master asked only one question. "Why did you come here?" "To become a great samurai," Tishi answered. "Why?" Yamamoto pressed. Tishi hesitated, searching for words he had never spoken even to himself. "To prove myself, to earn respect, to be recognized." Stop. That single word cut deeper than steel. Yamamoto placed a stone in Tishi's palm. Every time you seek approval, one stone. Every time you compare yourself, another. Every time you perform instead of live, another. He mimed placing stone after stone in Tishi's hands until the weight became unbearable, even though his hands were empty. You are not tired from training. You are tired from carrying stones you do not need. That night, Teishi could not sleep. He realized he had been collecting stones his whole life. Achievements meant to impress others, not himself. Success built on comparison instead of purpose. Even his dreams were shaped by how he wished others to see him. He was not walking his path. He was performing on a stage that did not exist. The next day, Yamamoto announced a new journey for him. Not more sword drills, not more combat technique. A year dedicated to Musashi's philosophy. Do. The way of walking alone. A path not of strength, but of alignment. Tishi followed him into a storage room stacked with weapons, scrolls, armor, clothing, everything a warrior could own. Yamamoto told him to pack for 1 year in the mountains. Tishi gathered blankets, tools, extra swords, ink, books, rope, more clothes. 20 minutes later, he stood behind a mountain of items. Yamamoto nodded once. "Now remove everything that is of no true use." Tishi resisted. "But I might need—" "Remove it. Everything except one sword, one robe, one blanket, one bowl. When the pile finally disappeared, Tishi felt a strange lightness in his chest. Musashi lived like a ghost, Yamamoto said. No possessions, no attachment, no weight. He carried nothing that did not serve his path. That is the first principle of inexhaustible energy. We do not become stronger by adding more. We become stronger by carrying less. Training continued not with harder sparring, but with deeper reflection. Yamamoto had Tishi observe every moment he acted for validation instead of purpose. Within 3 days, he realized nearly everything he did was poisoned by comparison. Every strike measured against someone else. Every meditation an attempt to be noticed. Every improvement a silent request for praise. This is why you suffer, Yamamoto said. You are doing one thing while thinking about another. Your body trains, but your mind begs for approval. You are split. A divided warrior leaks energy like a broken vessel. Musashi never fought to impress a witness. He fought to meet himself. Tishi then trained in silence. When he ate, he only ate. When he trained, he only trained. No wandering thoughts, no judgment, only presence. At first he failed. His mind ran wild. But slowly, with time, something changed. Moments appeared where everything aligned. Mind, body, breath, movement. Effortless, flowing, alive. These moments felt like tapping into an endless well. He was no longer creating energy. He was no longer losing it. 1 month later, he sparred again with Hiroshi, the strongest in the dojo. The same man who had beaten him again and again. But this time, Tishi did not fight to win. He fought only to be present. The duel stretched on. Hiroshi grew tired. Tishi did not. Students watched in disbelief as the strongest warrior in the dojo gasped, drenched in sweat, barely standing, while Tishi stood calm and breathing evenly as if only warming up. Yamamoto announced what everyone now understood. A warrior grows tired, not from the battle outside, but from the battle inside. Then came the true test. After 9 months of training in the mountains with monks, after dawn meditations, after silent meals, after chopping wood in the snow without a single thought wasted on wishing he were elsewhere, Yamamoto sent him into real battle. A Ronin was terrorizing villages, experienced, deadly, no mercy. Samurai had died trying to stop him, and now Tishi would face him alone. Old Tishi would have trembled, would have replayed every outcome in his mind, would have feared failure, disgrace, death. But Nucci walked forward like still water. No anxiety, no fantasies, only presence. In the village square, surrounded by silent witnesses, swords were drawn. The Ronin laughed. You are young. You will die young. Tishi did not answer. The clash began like thunder. Steel met steel. Sparks flew. Villagers flinched at every strike. The Ronin attacked with fury. Each swing meant to kill. But Tishi was not fighting him. Tishi was responding to the moment. No fear, no tension, no wasted thought, no wasted movement. 10 minutes passed, an eternity in real combat, and the Ronin's breath broke. His stance faltered. His strikes weakened. Tishi, still flowing, still fresh, stepped inward and disarmed him with one clean, perfect motion. No anger, no pride, just clarity. The Ronin collapsed, and for the first time he asked, not with arrogance, but desperation, "How are you not exhausted?" Tishi answered the way Musashi lived. "Because I was not fighting to win. I was simply present. Years later, as a master himself, Tishi would summarize the truth that changed everything. Musashi's power was not in his sword, it was in his spirit. He did not conserve energy by resting more. He conserved it by wasting none. You do not become limitless by pushing harder. You become limitless by removing what drains